it's your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we have so much to discuss. We're going to talk about the child tax credit and why it's still stalling in the Senate. We're going to talk about the Affordable Connectivity Program. We have Social Security increase where you could possibly get an extra $180 per month. We have summer EBT, replacement benefits. They're scamming out here. Guys, we have so much to discuss. So if you want to know what's going on in the lovely world of Social Security and all the things, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey, friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you. Guys, you can try out Amazon Prime free for 30 days by clicking the link down in the description box. All right, grab you a snack. Let's go ahead and jump in because the impatience, okay, over the stalled tax bill in the Senate right now, people mad. We are upset. Now, we all know that Senator Crapo, he is the Senate Finance Committee and a key negotiator in the talks. Now, he said, look, negotiations right now still remain at a standstill. And then he started accusing the Democrats of just trying to cram a bill down on the floor. And he said if they do succeed in cramming this bill through on the floor, then, of course, there's no point to discuss negotiations. However, if they do not succeed, then I hope that negotiations will reopen. So this is what Crapo said. Then we also had where Senate Finance Committee Chair Ron Wyden, he argued that he amended the bill in line with some of the GOP demands. Now, on how far back the credit should go and apply, he says Senator Crapo did not accept that offer. Now, he said this on Monday that they've been exchanging and going back and forth. He said the changes that Crapo asked for, instead we would have destroyed any chance of passing the bill, and we left way too many people and kids that will still be living in poverty. But he said, I want the rest of the Senate to know my offer still stands. I'm here to say this. He also added that, you know, he is still open to negotiations. I don't like this. I don't like this all back and forth. Guys, just get things done, okay? Now, word on the street is that Crapo and Wyden, they did not talk at all during the recess. An aide ended up, you know, giving out this information, and they said that, look, you know, we need to actually do something moving forward. A lot of people can benefit from this bill as well. So I agree 100%. Now, if they don't have any more updates, this is probably going to be the last time that I talk about this until we get something, you know, moving on it. But Senator, I think it was like Chairman Smith, they said that they had a long conversation. They're trying to pull all the stops, adding that both sides are reaching out and they're trying to get things done as part of the effort to pass this child tax credit bill. Now, of course, according to certain analysts, they said that if it does not pass, 20% chance that it will pass in May, but if it does not pass in May, then more than likely it's not going to pass at all this year. And that's what we have with the child tax credit bill, guys. That's where we are at. So we'll kind of see if nothing updates and we don't get to a finish line in May, then there's no need for me to update you guys on it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Social Security. Now, there's a new Gallego bill that increases Social Security benefits for seniors. So this will give you some extra money. I'm talking about $180 per year. So this was introduced, the Boosting Benefits and Cost of Living Adjustment for Seniors Act. This is a legislation that will calculate Social Security cost of living adjustment to more accurately reflect the costs incurred by seniors, specifically by boosting benefits. Now, if you watch some of my previous videos, I've been telling you how the cost of living adjustment keeps changing, you know, each month depending on inflation. But this act would direct like the Social Security Administration to adjust benefits based on a CPIE versus a CPIW. Now, the CPIE, this will result in an increase in benefits. So this will like direct the Bureau of Labor Statistics to calculate and publish this monthly, which they already do anyway. And then the CPIE also, it will weigh more of like your healthcare costs and the cost of inflation for that month, which will reflect more of an actual cost of what is being incurred by my seasoned seniors. So, for example, in January, the CPIW increased Social Security benefits by 3.2%. But if they would have used that same formula and did that for the CPIE, you guys would have been increased benefits by 4%, which would have been an additional $180 on average per year in your pocket. So this is a new bill that he's introduced. It was introduced today. We'll see. Now, I know the Social Security Commissioner, he has a lot of decisions and proposals that he's doing as well. He had an interview today where he sat down and he said, look, 30,000 people died in 2023 waiting for Social Security disability determinations as well. And he said this statistic is very grim. And right now the agency is undergoing what they call like a customer service crisis that is really being induced by the lack of adequate funding as well as the staffing issues that they're having. So he said, look, to wait an extra month, this could be a month in which untreated, already cured diseases kill someone. And he said that the Social Security Administration, they can't prevent all the deaths among those that are waiting for disability benefits, but they can reduce that number because 30,000 individuals, guys, that is a lot of people, especially when you die waiting from a decision. Now, they said that the agency said that they were either in the initial reconsideration or hearing levels, but that's like 1.6 million who were waiting on a decision on average that year, according to the agency. And I think they said normally it takes about 8 or 9 months. So one of the things that he wants to do is go ahead and address this and try to find a way on redesigning like the application or the process. He also wants to do some things with SSI as well. For example, like adding an application online, because for SSI, there is no application online. Remember, I told you guys that SSI was going to be calling people and reaching out saying, hey, you may apply or you may qualify for SSI. But the commissioner said, like, simply put, we got to do better. So this is what we have that's going on in Social Security. Let's go ahead and move on to the Affordable Connectivity Program. All right, guys, so Broadband Coalition, they're urging the House to vote on the Affordable Connectivity Program. Various like broadband groups and advocates, they also sent a letter to the House of Representatives on Monday urging the members of Congress to go ahead and force a vote for funding on the bill. So we all know that the Affordable Connectivity Program, it provided like a $30 monthly credit, but the program is scheduled to run out in May. Now, I was reading where some people will receive a $14 credit, but a lot of people will lose their internet or it's going to increase as well. So there was like hundreds of industry, consumer, faith groups, municipalities that were specifically asking members of Congress to support a discharge petition that was filed last week by Representative Clark of New York. Now, if passed, that petition, it just will allow the vote for the Affordable Connectivity Program Extension Act, which I told you that Joe Biden had he brought this about, I want to say in January, where it would give another $7 billion to keep the program alive just for 2024 for the rest of the year. But good old Texas. Okay, Ted Cruz of Texas, he was one of 4 Republican senators who wrote a letter to the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC, and he stated that the vast majority of people that are on the Affordable Connectivity Program, they already had like broadband internet prior to the subsidy. So in the letter, like, he ended up blaming the Biden administration for like reckless spending. And he said that this is $34 trillion in U.S. debt. And these people are going to pay for it because it was there before we gave the credit as well. So I don't know, Texas, get your people. Like, we're trying to get it passed. So as of right now, we're going to see what happens if that vote is going to be forced. But several like national internet providers like AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, and I think there's some little like local providers that they have different measures that can keep those that will subscribe to the ACP program connected. Now, none of these are as good with the credit, but they do have different options as well, and it doesn't cover like your full benefit amount. Now, some of the local providers, a lot of them, they said that they can't offer this because they just don't have, the funding for it. And that's why like that grant end up helping them out as well. All right, so next let's go ahead and tap into some EBT, where the waiver of interview requirements for SNAP benefits in Mississippi and some other states, guys, it is expiring. So it was announced today that the waiver for the interview requirements for the SNAP program, it is about to go back into effect starting, I want to say, in May. So under the current waiver, which has been, in effect since June of 2023, applicants for SNAP benefits, they have not had to undergo any interview with their SNAP caseworkers. But this waiver, it will expire on April 30th. And as part of this transition process, the Mississippi Department of Human Services, they have already started notifying current households, as well as they're going to send out correspondence for those that are due for their recertification or whose certification period extends through May of 2024. So let me know if you received that as well, but caseworkers will send out the notifications. They'll have you go ahead and schedule your interview appointments with those respective households, but the interviews are expected to be scheduled the latter part of April into early May, but these interviews will not be required for new SNAP applications until May 1st. So that means if you guys don't have SNAP benefits, or any individual or household that is seeking SNAP benefits before that day, you could go ahead and do it, and you will not be subjected to the interview requirements as well. But the expiration of the waiver and the reinstatement of the interview process, this is now going to start moving forward as well. So let me know, Mississippi, if you were aware of this, but it's not just going on in Mississippi as well. I want to say in Minnesota, they have the same thing where they are removing their interview requirements, but instead of April 30th, I think theirs end on April 24th as well. But you will start back interviewing in Minnesota for May as well. So let me know, guys, what do you think about the interview requirements coming back? But yeah, I want to say in Minnesota, they have April 24th or the 30th, but effective pretty much on May 1st, the residents will be required to submit an application for a recertification or do those interviews as well. Now, I don't know if I stated this, but the interviews can be conducted in person, over the phone as well. So when the office contacts you, they even have where on the Minnesota website where they'll have what the number will show up on the caller ID, so you don't have to worry about any spam or anything as well. Now, also, guys, we have going on where the replacement SNAP benefits, they are available as well for recipients that were impacted by the storms. So in Mississippi, Louisiana, West Virginia, Colorado, for residents who receive food stamps, and maybe you had 24 hours or more without power due to the severe weather that happened, you can go ahead and apply for your replacement SNAP benefits. But to be eligible, you must be receiving SNAP benefits as well for that replacement. Now, they do have the application online. Keep in mind, replacement benefits are not disaster SNAP benefits as well. As of right now, those states did not announce any disaster SNAP benefits. So if you receive food stamps, something happened, go ahead and apply for it. Next, we're headed to Nevada, where households are seeing an increase in SNAP theft. So Nevada families that are in need of food assistance, they are at risk of losing their monthly benefits due to cyber criminals. Now, this has been going on for the past 2 or 3 years with all this skimming, phishing, cloning as well. But in Nevada, they seen between April 1st and April 10th, they had to replace about $25,000 in lost food benefits. Now, you can go ahead and submit a claim to have your funds replaced, but now they have a new law, and according to the USDA, you only can file for that twice in 1 year. So remember, we have where it used to be as long as it happened, you can submit your information, but now they have where you only can receive in 2 instances replacement benefits in that fiscal year. So I know they're taking, or they're looking at possibly doing chips on cars. They do have where you can download the app and you can lock your cars. So that's what we have going on, because there's a lot of scamming going on out here, especially in Pennsylvania. They have a scam going on where you're getting a text message to beneficiaries saying that their cards have been locked, or they need to contact a specific email or phone number to unlock it. And they're look, DHS will never ask for your personal information or any like unsolicited text messages, emails, phone calls as well. This is now once again part of that cloning, phishing, scamming. But anything that's affiliated with like the Department of Human Services, they will send you correspondence. They won't ask for your card information or anything. So don't fall victim, guys, to that at all. Next, we're headed to summer EBT, specifically my state in Alabama, where they are stating that, hey, they are working on summer EBT for next year. We won't have it this year, but also they have increased the federal guidelines for WIC, where more families may qualify in Alabama. So the program is now open to people with incomes of 185% of the federal income level as well. So with these WIC guidelines have been increased, more people will qualify. But also when it comes to summer EBT, like Colorado, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and some other states as well, they have where applications are available to go ahead and make sure like your address is on file and everything, where you can fill out to receive your summer EBT. I noticed that most states are going to issue their summer EBT like in June, but you need to make sure that for you, before your card arrives in the mail, that it is the correct address and everything. So even if you already receive assistance, I would just still fill out an application or check with them and make sure, if you believe that your child is eligible for summer EBT, to ensure that you're going to have it. But a lot of states do have their websites up to receive summer EBT. And the last thing I've seen on summer EBT was like in California, where they said like a lot of people aren't using their benefits from summer EBT. We had the same thing go on in Missouri as well. So guys, check your cards, because it could be money on those cards. Don't get rid of any card at all. And this is what we have that's going on. I told you it was a lot of news. I've been missing in action for a week, so I had to bring you guys everything. So let me know, what do you think about the Social Security Affordable Connectivity Program, the things that are going on with EBT? It is getting hard out here, guys. It is a lot that is going on, but definitely I will come back and update you. Let me know down in the comments below what you are cooking today, as well as please like, comment, subscribe, grab some Amazon Prime, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.